Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is currently, let's have a look, it's currently 6:04 AM, Tuesday the 16th of December 2025. Let's have a look at the current temperature. Current temperature is 21.1 degrees Celsius, feels like 24.3, 97% humidity, supposed to be rain later, 0 millimeters of rain since 9 AM yesterday. And let's carry on in our merry way. So I do a bit of a walk into town, gives me an excuse to get out, get some exercise as well. Get in some steps and some kilometers and everything else under the sun possible, fitness wise. So it's got under contract on the old Kirby's Corner site now. For a while there it had it there, then the under contract sign was gone, and then now it's back again. So I don't know what's going on. It'd be nice if someone builds there. They build something decent. I mean, I've got to walk past it so regularly. You got it on here. So this is the old Kirby's Corner here. I've got 2 hours to fill in until the supermarket opens. To get a few things for my mum. So, got to mosey on in as well. So, yeah, see how they've got the, I don't know if it'll flicker or anything, but the lights over at the metro now, they've got the, so it looks like neon, it's probably some sort of LED, but it's on the petrol prices sign plus the, around the outside, above the bowsers and that. Yeah, I don't know how well it'll show up on video. It looks nice at night. Yeah, I've seen that a few times at night. It looks really good. It's hard to get photos of it. Otherwise I would have put them on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. You see a lot of Innisfail photos up there. Most photos that I take, I end up putting up there. So some of them end up on the end of the videos and that as well. So if that flickers on video, the lights, it's not doing that in person. So there's a huge cloud build up, so there might be that rain that they were predicting. Supposed to be storms and things. Always be ready for storms. Make sure you got power banks fully charged and torches and radios and phones. You got power stations like the solar ones and that, the battery power stations. Make sure they're fully charged, ready to go. Sensitive electronics, so when there's lightning in that, turn and unplug, turn off and unplug modems and all that sort of stuff, computers, even air conditioners, things like that. Especially if the storm gets close, if there is a storm. It's always a good thing to be ready. Make sure loose items are secured in your yard, and palm fronds to put somewhere safe, and whatever else is around. It's just better in the long run. Cars put under cover but not under a tree. Things like that. Usual thing. But yeah, always make sure, like for cyclones and that's one of my tips for people, is have a decent radio. A good quality radio and spare batteries. If it's a rechargeable radio, make sure you've got something to charge it up with, or spare rechargeable batteries for it. High quality AM, FM radio. And I recommend listening to the ABC. ABC Far North, ABC Local, whatever you want to call it. The one on the dial that's between Classic FM and Triple J. Yeah, that one in between. Pardon me about the cough. Persistent cough. It's quite annoying. Like this. It's parked so close to the sign here. It's just about touching it. It's all the car park in the world, isn't it? here and they're parked right there. I don't know, but anyway, 180 Edith Street. So, yeah, always good to have decent torches as well for the cyclones and that. More than one wouldn't go astray, and lanterns, lamps. Make sure you get decent stuff. That way, you know, you buy it over time. It's not an initial cost throughout the year, and that's what I do. Make sure, yeah. Going through Cyclone Larry and not having enough, because a lot of these things that I have now didn't exist back then. It's become a thing since 2006. Some of the things weren't even around in 2018, so Pelican Street. Yeah, so it gets a bit harder to get these things, but spending the money to get the decent torches, decent radios, loud enough to hear over a thing, cyclone, and be prepared for at least a week without power. Cyclone Yassi was Sunday to Sunday without power for us, like for me. Larry was over a week, over a month I mean, for me. Just trying to replace this person. Maybe the type of person that's got a lot of money, well, it's worth getting solar power stations and stuff. The like the Blue Eddy Apex 300 and the external batteries, the extra add-on batteries, things like that, the decent solar and all that. You'll have USB-C charging, you'll have Type A, you'll have wall sockets, all these things. Doing it that way. You want something where your fridges, freezers and stuff can be powered all that time. And they're good for your general power outages too, like the Blue Eddy AC180 is a good power station for your 5-hour power outages, your 15-hour, things like that. Coming up on Ibis Street. So yeah, definitely worth spending the money and getting power stations and different things. And the good thing with these sort of power stations too, they don't have any smell. Next door to no sound, maybe a fan here and there on it, cooling fan for it. They're a lot safer than, a lot safer than petrol generators. The plus side to petrol generators is you can just go buy fuel and keep it going. Whereas a solar generator, you've got to have access to either mains power or solar to keep it going. Or your car, a lot of them you can charge in a car. So if you're going driving around, you can charge them up. There's also a special alternator charger thing you can get that like triples the input into your power station. With a lot of these companies like EcoFlow, Blue Eddy, I think Anchor probably has something as well. They're the three brands I recommend. EcoFlow, Blue Eddy and Anchor. Anchor for power banks. Like the Anchor 12K, 20 something K, I think 20K, 40. Yeah, there's all these different things. The Anchor Prime series, basically, I recommend. The one thing people don't really realize with charging things, you've got to have a decently compatible thing, because you watch a lot of YouTube videos. Oh, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and they say, oh, I can't get 140 watts out of this power bank. Well, they haven't got a cable that's rated for 140 watts for one thing. And the device they're trying to charge can't handle that. The device they're trying to charge only does like 12 watts. And they're carrying on, oh, can't get the 140 watts out of it. Of course not. You know, the more milliamp hours, the better. Having at least 100 watt cables would suit most people. 100 watt rated, like Ugreen or Anchor. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. It's just stuff I have and I've tested. My years of experience with power banks and that. Battery packs, whatever you want to call them. Because over the years, I had the old school ones that took forever to charge your phone. See, if you've got a 100 power bank that does 100 watts, it'll do anything up to 100 watts. So if your device can handle 80 watts, it'll do 80 watts. If your device you're trying to charge can charge at 10 watts, well, it'll only do 10 watts. It'll adapt to that. A decent power bank will do that. So that's one of the things. Of course, you look after them and all that. If they come with a pouch, keep it in there. You're not using it. Keep your original cable that comes with it. You buy Anchor, they'll give you like 100 or 140 watt cable with it. Some of them have a retractable cable. Brady Street. So, anyway, that's just a bit of suggestions. And if you go on the Anchor website, Blue Eddy, those sort of websites, and Anchor Solex is their power station brand. They have sales quite regularly. Prices go up and down, more down, and you can pick things up a lot cheaper. Like the Anchor 737 on the Black Friday sales went down to, it was like 120 at one stage, Australian dollars. And when I first saw it, it was 200 and something. So, you know, sort of thing you just keep an eye on, and if you got the money, buy it. If you got Afterpay, just Afterpay it. I like the Anchor 737, I've got two of them. Doing all these walks and that, you need decent power banks. I've got the Anchor Prime 12K, which is good for light use. That's 12,000 milliamp hours. Good for phones. Like if I'm just going and doing a walk like this, to save weight, I bring the smaller one. That's not so heavy and all that. Just a better way to do it. Certainly feels like rain coming. Oh, pardon the cough. But yeah. There's Ernest Street. Sorry, I'm walking quite fast today. I know I've got time to waste, but sort of want to get in town before it rains and be in a place where if it starts pouring rain, I'm fine. But yeah, so there's Coles over there, Seapoy Corner. Hungry Jack's. Down towards McDonald's, KFC, BP, all that. Kmart, Subway. Harvey Norman's down that way. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's good to be prepared for all this stuff. You just never know. Better safe than sorry, as the saying goes. But Cyclone Larry was pretty full on, and not having enough stuff to keep going and all that made it very hard. But there was no such thing as fast charging back then. Not in the mainstream. Not 2006. So if you were charging something and using it at the same time, like a phone, Not enough would be getting put in to get any extra milliamp hours into it. Yeah, it made it hard. So we're on Edith Street. We've been on Edith Street the whole way. We just crossed over a few streets. Leased by A&O Realty, so something must be going in there. It's been leased. Where the ice cream place used to be for a little bit. Where Zambecchio's thing was in Tempagano. And that. EB Games, Electronics Boutique. We'll get a bit slower now, we're undercover. It may not rain at all, it might just go around us. Oh, there's something I wanted to show. They put a containers for change thing on a bin over the other side. Told them there's a lot of people around to actually get down there and show it, but yeah, there's a containers for change thing. People will put stuff in there, and then other people will just come and take it. Because it's very open. I was around when they were putting it on yesterday. Took a couple of photos. I was like, oh, okay. It's a bit crazy the way they did it. But anyway. Yeah. It's in front of Innisfail Lock and Security. Commercial, residential, automotive. Yeah. It's just here. Let's have a quick look. There is someone coming, so it's harder. Yeah, you got this. Leave or collect 10 cent containers here. Like a lot of people will just come and take the stuff. It's very open, like I said. And that. So, yeah, it's just put on the side of the bed. Looked like they were going to put one up here, but they didn't. They were looking at it, measuring it, and doing all their stuff, and then they walked down, put it in the other spot. I wish they had the machines in like the arcade, where you can just come and put your bottles and cans in that in, and you're set. You get your 10 cents back. That would be great. But no, they didn't. So we'll have a look and see if they put any more around town. I think people are going to put normal rubbish in there once the others are filled up. Once the normal bins are filled up. I think they should have the bins, like a lot of places have with the big circles. One will say cans, one will say a few different slots. One will have cans, one will say bottles, the one's just your normal rubbish. More enclosed than that. It's a bin day for Freetown. There's Owen Street. And towards the taxi rank. We'll cross over again. And just see if any of these bins have these containers for change stuff on it. It's down Edith Street towards Rankin Street, Esplanade direction. Morning. Yeah. Whew. Alright. Yes, the humidity. It's a big thing. Uh-oh. A couple of dead birds. Yeah, they hit the glass. They see their reflection hit the glass. Quite often see that in places, sadly. Okay, so if you go to the ATM and there's not enough room to put your rubbish, take it home or walk to a bin and put it in there, rather than just letting it fall on the ground. Have a bit more respect for the town than that. Yeah, there's usually people going around leaf blowing and picking up rubbish and that. Every now and then I'll come into town this hour of the day and you don't see anyone doing that. Nearly up at Wealth Pilates. It's coming up. Still haven't finished all this. Thought they would have tried to get that finished. Full lease ready mid 2026. This is the old Reese plumbing. 120 square meters SQM. Rear loading dock and parking with water closet, toilet, new concrete floors, fresh paint, can customise for tent, fully AC, new lights, fans and electrical, new glazing, new tiles to facade, reasonable rent, phone or text, blah blah blah, inspections from January 2026 only, shop A51 Edith Street. Okay, so that's the old Reese Plumbing, Reese and Co Butchers. Just so used to saying Reese Plumbing, it's similar sounding. So. Yeah, you get all the Pilates people coming across the road now. All the Pilates. It's really nice here. The way the ladies set it up. I was having a chat with her one day. I was quite impressed with it all. I was quite impressed with her attitude. Easy to talk to, someone nice. And that was good. There's another containers for change one over there near the old ANZ, which is Bob Catter's. Don't have a look. Look towards Owen Street. Like I often say, I can't wait to look back at these videos years later. See the changes. There's containers for change thing here. Leave or collect 10 cent containers here. Hopefully that doesn't get misused, but we know how some people are. My weird look, that chappy. This will probably be closed up here like it was last time. Last time we came along. One of the cleaners, so. Pretty people just dump their rubbish around. Shoes on the ground, sandals. Hey, how you going? What's wrong with this person? I don't know if you notice in the videos how they look at you, like you're slime. Yeah. Anyway. We won't go on about it like we sometimes do, because it is annoying. It is frustrating how people are like that. This is Rankin Street, looking towards Edith Street and towards the Shire Hall, the Catholic Church, Catholic school, primary school. Yeah, it feels like rain any minute. They were predicting around 9-10 o'clock, but I don't know. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. It's 6:28. I put the flag up, or I don't know if that'll half-mast it because of the stuff that happened in Bondi. But it's one thing I want to look at. Yeah, the rain's coming. You get under cover. This camera's not water resistant. Good morning. Morning, buddy. Yeah. By walking across the bridge on the where you drive. Not really the smartest thing. Anyway, I might have to get the other camera out. The water assistant wanted to finish the video. Keep it going. To get up to the next undercover spot. Yeah, it's pretty sad what happened down in Sydney. But if you know, you know. I'm not gonna talk about it. Just that it's very sad. It should never have happened. So we'll continue along down the Fitzgerald Esplanade, which has more undercover spots along here. So it started pouring rain out of the blue, or all of a sudden, not really out of the blue. It looked like it was coming. Then we could get in the cover, get the other camera out, and be set. It looks like they cleaned the concrete here. There's pebblecrete stuff. Just out that little bit and just left the rest. That's a bit silly. Be nice if the whole thing was done. It needs to be done regularly. It just gets too slippery, especially when it's wet. I've shown along here many times. That's why it's not as detailed. But this is like if you were walking along here at this particular time on this particular date, this is what you'd see. And all that, so. Got someone using the barbecue over at the Fitzgerald Esplanade. So, RSL. I'd like to show all the any nice flowers and plants that we can show. It's not in someone's yard. It's a bit hard when it's in someone's yard to show. Privacy in that. It's got a photo of that flower. RSL. It's open to the cafe. We'll cross over here. For a little bit, if it starts raining, we'll cross back where it's undercover. I haven't put the flags up yet, so won't be able to tell if they're going to be half-mast or not. I do think they should be, but I don't know exactly how they plan that sort of stuff. It's a picturesque Johnston River. Very nice. I wonder if we'll get the heaps of rain that they've been talking about. Maybe by the time you watch this you'd know. I might cross back over. It is boiling hot. That's down towards where we just came from. RSL again. What was originally the coffee club, just here. Back in the day, yes, Innisfail had a coffee club. Apparently the rent was too high. That was the talk at the time. Why they closed down here. Wouldn't they rather have somebody in here than have it empty? No, I don't know. I ain't no business person, so I don't know. Will it pour rain or will it not? That is the question. Coming up on the Imperial Tavern. This was a real estate agent for a while in there. This is the Imperial Tavern overlooking the Fitzgerald Esplanade. Across to Jack Fossey Park, Fitzgerald Esplanade. Still got plenty of time to fill in, so I might get a couple of videos out of it. Good to have, just in case it rains for weeks on end. It's often when it starts raining it forgets to stop. Nice flowers on that tree. Few exercise walkers coming along, so I have to turn the camera away when we get a faster time. One of them might be Norm, quite often is. Normally. That's literally who I anticipate at some stage. Literally, you got to use the very common YouTuber wording. Literally and anticipated are the big ones at the moment. Literally has been popular for a while now. That's a thing that they all seem to use. Yes, exactly literally what I anticipated. Yes, it is, I think. So we'll find out. I'll tell you on the vlog. Tim. Hey, Norm. Sure enough. Tis and it twas. Hideous Christmas type wedding. It tis and it twas. You might have to go over undercover soon. Rain's starting to pick up a little bit. We'll go over. Pardon me, Fitzgerald Park. Anyway, we're undercover. See how this goes. We might actually just get a time lapse while we're here and then come back after the rain finishes. Okay, we're back again. It's just after 7 o'clock, it's 7:09. Same date, same thing. Finished recording my half-an-hour time lapse. That's taking me along back towards town. Give green ants around where I was sitting. What's the best? It's back where we just were. Get an idea of where it is. This is down Fitzgerald Park, Fitzgerald Esplanade. Try around. While having respect for all the people outside the cafe, outside Innisfail Seafood. See the fire trucks over the road. Local fire station. Yeah, people park over the driveway here, over the footpath I mean, on the driveway, which makes it hard for me to go. I have to go on the road. It's always fun, I don't think. Yeah, this coffee place does really well. All the, well, not just trendies, but a lot of them are. It's fine. They all need a place to go. Fire truck, got some, must have tinselitis. Tinsel in the front. So it's a Queensland fire truck, it's a Scania. First one's a Scania, the second one's Isuzu. If I was interested. It's the Imperial Tavern that we all passed before, the MP. Still got about an hour to fill in till the supermarket's open. So I go get what I gotta get. I like these trees. They do make a mess, but it looks nice on the ground. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera. Hopefully it shows up great. I can't always tell on the camera how well it's going to show up, because the size of the screen and the style of the screen. Then when I put it on to edit, it's like, oh, it did show up really well. So I just got to do it and hope for the best. Put it and get my weird looks off that guy in the year. Thanks for that. Let's get a photo of this as well once the cars go past. I always like to show the natural beauty around us. Pardon the cough again. I'm becoming so cough-igus. Jack Fossey Park along here. Part of the Fitzgerald Esplanade. Near the duck sanctuary, if you know, you know.
Total 3 kilometers. 39 minutes 7 seconds. 1,056 steps.
Yes, I easily get in the 10,000 steps within my 10 kilometers, and sometimes more. I did 15 kilometers the other day. I did 20 something another day. Or 25 and one other day. I forget what it was. It was 40 something, I think. It's too much. So I have to slow down a bit, health-wise. But it's all good. I like doing the extra kilometers sometimes. Sometimes I'm well enough to do it, it's fine. And other times it affects me. I do what I do what I can, show what I can, do my best. And hopefully everyone likes it. Got the rain's coming back. It did rain earlier. Not much, but there was a bit. I don't even think it would have been a millimetre. So I want people to be able to look back and see these places and be able to see a bit of detail. And a lot of my videos are a lot of detail where they can look at it and see, oh, that's the colour that building was, or that's what shop was there, or that's what whatever, you know, business or whatever. Well, that's how that used to look. Oh, I'd forgotten that place existed. You know, that sort of stuff. It's priceless. Oh, wow. Yeah, people in 30 years' time that weren't around now seeing this and be like, oh, that's how it used to look. That's different. Different to now. You know, all that stuff. There's down the wharf there. One of the wharfs. Jetty. Jetty. Cross over in a sec. Oh. You wouldn't have a lighter, brother? Nah, sorry, I don't smoke. Asking about a lighter. Nope, I never will. It's 4KZ. Cool FM. Used to be the Commonwealth Bank when I first saw it. All this here. You can sort of see faded yellow there from when it was the bank. There's a little dripping there. It's nice walking under these fans up here outside Albert's. This is a view you don't really see that often in videos. Looking through there towards the old, oh, I don't know who owns it now, but the old Blues there down the Esplanade. We used to call it the Blues Flats. There is a name for it, the apartment, but I forget now. Albert's. What used to be the Edge. It's the Innisfail Youth Recreation Centre. Yeah, it was weird one day when I was walking along and I heard someone say, "Oh, let's go down to the Edge." And the person's like, "What's the Edge?" The other person's like, "Oh, you know, the Innisfail Youth Recreation Centre." I hadn't heard anyone call it the Edge in the 90s. Or early 2000s, whenever it was, when I last heard it. I'm sure this has been here the whole time, but I don't remember it being here. There's probably usually a car here or something. It's electrical box. Oh, no, I sort of remember it, yeah. One of those things. Yeah. Because I do notice a lot of detail around. That's part of what I do. Got an eye for detail. So we can see as much stuff happening as possible. There's the, yeah, I'm not, Rose Nyland, if you know, you know. Where she's at a dog show and that, reporting for the news or something, and the guy comes in and holds the place up, and well, reporter's got to do what a reporter's got to do, and you think she's going, if you've never seen it before, you would think she's going to record the robbery so that, you know, the police can find the person, whatever. But no, she just reports to the dog show, starts talking to somebody to do with the dog show, one of the contestants, and that didn't even think to record what was going on around her, the actual thing. I wonder if something's going in up here, because there's a lot of boxes up here. Let's go have a look. We're in Rankin Street now, walking past the National Bank. Most of the time we can't show the ATM because there's quite often someone there. Do you want to show it? Give it a look back on, see what it was like. We try not to show it when people are using it, of course. Let's see what's going on up here. Which could be for license though. All these items. It'd be nice if something was going into the old Sepand Taste of Italy. Who remembers the Time Out Cafe that was here in this exact spot? Yeah, the Time Out Cafe. Let's see what this says on it. On these boxes. Protext. Protext, T-E-X-T. Yeah, Protext. Item EB6500 star. Is that written on all of them? Some of these might have been taken over. Anyway. Premium Writer's Choice. I'd say it's printer paper. Like that. That's my theory. Zycare Plus and Sports Look. Corona Hair and Beauty's closed down. Been closed for a while now. Actually, it says Retreat on there. Oh, it wasn't there before. Still got the old Corona Hair and Beauty sign at the top. But Retreat Beauty. Let's see what's going on here. I'm glad I come along here now. Rid of these vehicles. We want to get a photo of the Corona sign before it's gone. The one up the top. Got it. Get a photo of the where it says Retreat as well. Like I always say, it's hard to show because of the reflections. New signage and all that. Yeah, Retreat Beauty. Simca. S-I-M-K-A. Retreat Beauty. Trading hours Monday to Friday 9 AM to 5 PM. Thursday 9 AM to 6 PM. Saturday 9 AM to 2 PM. And then Sunday closed. So it's all wax and brow sculpting and all this stuff. Try and get a photo of the sign so you can have a look. People are waiting for Perry's to open. Perry's cakes. You might be able to read that. Yeah. So it says brow sculpting, lash lifts and extensions, cosmetic brow and lip tattooing, advanced skin treatments, pro skin and pro power peels, dermapen micro needling, IPL pigmentation and skin rejuvenation, Dermalux LED, IPL hair removal and body waxing. There you go. So there you go. Something else in the old Corona Hair and Beauty. It's good to see. Try and get a photo. I just don't want to trip the alarm off. Anyway, there you go. So you'll see that later. Oh, yeah. Any of the photos will end up on the end of the video as usual. There's your National Bank. One of the many tobacconists. Creative events, Innisfail. Elders. Health, Healing and Harmony. Pappy's Gym. License. All that. Down there, the Shire Hall. Surrey Coast Realty, Workways, etc. Council truck. Yeah, still got time to fill in, still got another half an hour. Ugh. Time goes so slow when you're waiting. I enjoy doing this video, so it's fine. Gives me extra time to show more detail. Australia Post. Cut a court. Across the Innisfail Courthouse. Over here. The only thing that's really going to stop the video is lack of battery. But me, might get too low after a while. This is Rankin Street. Where we were just before was Rankin Street. The old ANZ, Nolan. We used to be called Nolan's Corner. Surprised Mark Nolan didn't get that name put back there. So it was there till Cyclone Larry. Yeah, Nolan's Corner. It used to be, for those who don't know, or might remember, there used to be a bus stop here. Yeah, the buses used to come to here rather than Innisfail Food Emporium, Central Arcade, and there used to be a bus stop over here too. There, so there's a ramp over there. Yeah, there was a bus stop over there against the courthouse. But here, yeah, the main bus stop in town was right here. You can see where the sign used to be for the buses, where that concrete is under that plant pot. Yeah, there you go. So, containers for change thing here again. Still got half an hour, just over half an hour to go. (7:26 a.m. Current temperature is 24.8 degrees Celsius, feels like 29.6, 89% humidity, and it actually does feel that hot as well, for me anyway. So walking through the arcade, there is somebody mopping down there, one of the cleaners. I don't really like to walk over where they've been mopping. Because I have been a cleaner over the years, so I do know what it's like to freshly clean floor, get it spotless as much as you can. much as possible, and then someone walks on it with muddy boots or whatever, which I don't have muddy boots on, but you know, some people do. But we've shown full on in-depth detailed videos in here in the past. Nothing's really changed since I last did that, so we'll just show what we can on our way through. Nearly at the end. I'll turn back in a sec to show a bit more, back that direction. We're looking from the Owen Street entrance down. Interesting to look back and see what it was like in here. That's the Chinese Joss house, got its Ingang temple. So, this is Owen Street over here. O-W-E-N. That's Westbury's. When that place closed down on the end, it was a beauty type place. It might have been what moved to Rankin Street. I don't know. There's a new one in Rankin Street. The Corona Hair and Beauty used to be. So, I don't know. I should go across here. Gonna go and get a cold drink. Oh. Put it for the old throat. A nice cold soda. Always got real estate signage is still here. I like having that still there. It's part of history of the town. It was around for years. Bins in the way.
Total 4 kilometers. 53 minutes 22 seconds.
Quite distance from home. Oh, this looks like this Far North Clothing Co.'s open. It's closed now, but like they've been open. Dim where Brundale's TB Hire used to be. Yeah. Westies Barbers will no longer be trading Mondays and Tuesdays. New hours are Wednesday to Friday 9 AM to 5 PM, Saturday and Sunday 9 AM to 12 PM. There you go. Pretty sure they got a Facebook page. Support local businesses, giving it a go. That's not their Facebook page, but what we try and do, especially the decent businesses. A lot of graffiti around town these days. Oh, I think they have the right to do that. But anyway, it's the way some people are. Annoyingly, it's where Bob Carter's office was for many years. But has since moved up to the old ANZ. So we'll stop up here for a sec, put the camera away, and then come back out. So I'll get my soft drink. And then I'll start recording again once we get out. So we have shown in here a little bit before. Yeah. 7:31. Gotta wait till 8 o'clock. The shop's to open. The supermarket. Anyway, we'll be back once we get out of the tobacconist. They have the normal size cans of Coke for $2.50 and the skinny cans for $2.50. So of course I always get the bigger one. Same price. Okay, we're back again. Got my can of Coke, my beverage of choice. If they had Pepsi for that price, I would have got it. I do prefer it. Here's Innisfail workwear supplies. Remember, this is Mag's Coffee Lounge back in the day. I remember that. They had a a DVD, I think it was DVD, jukebox. And you could watch music clips on it. It's run by Mary Maganini. And she had a gift store in here after a while, a long time after. Gift shop. And then somebody else took that over, and now it's this. This is Ray's barber shop. Good morning. How you going?
Well, mate, how you going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
You've got my supervisor
No.
loves your webpage, Bestestimes.
Yeah.
Yep, he loves it, mate, because you're taking videos, and he looks at the videos and he can see little tripping hazards in the foot.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And then he rings me up and says, "Oh, there's a tripping hazard," and I go, "Well, whereabouts?" No, good thing you do. You do a lot of walking, eh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I've seen you out Sepoy Road before.
Yeah. Everywhere, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Good fun.
You're doing good work, mate.
Thanks.
Maybe they'll offer you a job in the council. You can be like an asset inspector.
That'd be good,
with your camera and just bloody put them all up on your site.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
Good work, mate.
Yeah,
good work.
thanks. There you go. Remember, I could hit the swearing, but yeah, other than that, well, you don't get that too often. You do get it. It does happen. People come up and say things nicely, which I appreciate. Yeah. Hungry Jacks. It's nice to get positive feedback. I always like that. But usually when you get something positive feedback, you end up with someone that's nasty comes along. Not always, but it does happen. You feel good from positive feedback, and the next thing, someone yells out something nasty, or just does their thing, gives you filthy looks. So. But yeah, no, shout out to old mate, who just then, who commented. Yeah, he said things to me before. Sure, it was him. Said he likes my channel. He knew it was Bestestimes. Yeah, shout out to his boss or whoever said it was. If you're watching this video, much appreciated. There's a lot of tripping hazards around. Sadly. It's just wear and tear a lot of the time. Yeah. I worry about the elderly, the people who have trouble walking, mobility issues when it comes to like tripping hazards. You see where they are and you do all these sort of walks and that. And it's very stank. Someone's definitely going to trip over on that sometime. 6 tenders for $6.95 KFC. So that's the new KFC if you haven't seen any of my videos. When you don't live here anymore. There is videos showing inside the opening day. Well, the first opening day, they had sort of a soft opening. Soft launch, whatever, and then they did another one. Grand Hotel. Yeah, I did another one about a week later that I didn't know about until I saw photos on Facebook. Because they did a ribbon cutting ceremony while I was there, that first day. And they opened way later than usual. There's no signs up telling you that it's going to be open later. So a lot of people turned up at the time that they usually open, 10 o'clock. So, one thing I wish the council would do here is put one of those weird bridge things here that cover the drain up here. I'll show you how steep this is for people with mobility issues. I helped a guy that had a walking front, those wheelie walkers, over here one night actually. He was struggling, it was so hard for him to get over that. Yeah, so hard. So I'll show you this big dip up here. It often gets filled up with dirt and mud and stuff. That makes it even harder. Like even for me, as an able-bodied pedestrian, some limitations, but you know, I find it hard at times, especially when it's wet. Yeah, just here there's this biggest dip, and it's often filled up with dirt and mud and stuff like that. They had one of those metal or concrete little bridge things that goes over the drain would be great. Same with here. Be nice if that could be fixed. Because yeah, that guy was struggling so bad that day. That night, I mean. Like the one they put at Kirby's Corner. Yeah, one of those would be great. Same with near Super Cheap. I think there's a big dip there too, Repco Super Cheap area. Ibis Street. It's another one that I notice. Makes it hard for people. Oh. How long have we got left till the supermarket opens? About 20 minutes. Time goes really, really slow sometimes, and other times it's like, whoa, all of a sudden it's like, there's a minute left, or whatever. So we're opposite McDonald's at the moment. McDonald's over there. Pardon me, and the BP next to it. Enjoy Any Motors. Who remembers BBC Hardware? It used to be where Subway, and that is Domino's, Kmart, and the Works Department car park. Yeah, alright. BBC Hardware, I'd love to see a photo of that particular BBC Hardware. When you Google BBC Hardware, and I'll say BBC Hardware 100 times, you get this one in Sydney that always shows up in the pictures. And that particular one, if you watch back the original Heartbreak High, I think it's the first or second episode, it's one of the early ones anyway, they go past one, a BBC Hardware that looks identical to that. And I think it is that one, because that was recorded in Sydney. So I would assume that's the same one. It's like, wow. Like they had a digital compact cassette player on one of their videos. One of their episodes, I mean. And I sent that to the DCC museum. A picture of it. They're always looking for stuff like that to show for their museum. I forget where the museum is, but look up DCC, digital compact cassette museum. Yeah. I come up on YouTube and Facebook and that. You see what I'm talking about. It's a very niche thing that was out for a while there. There's different sort of cassettes that recorded in digital. Pretty cool. I saw it, I was like, hey, that's a DCC. Had it written on there and everything. Can't remember what brand it was, but I was impressed to see it. It's not something you see regularly, like a mini disc or something like that. Issue. Works Department. Across there, the Council Works Department, shout out to the Works Department. That's right, Hogan Associates is getting stuff done. There's Michael Spray Painting, Cane Cutter Construction, all that here. One thing I'd like to see is this footpath here joining up with the next footpath, instead of having just grass in the spot. But there's your Hogan and Associates. Yeah, it'd be nice if this connected with that pathway over here. It's one thing I've always wanted, is this. Like the pathway that I've always said about from Blackwood Street to Newman Store, or all the way to the service station for safety. Well, I mentioned the one in the Goodney Sports Ground for a long time, and finally there was one. I was shocked when I come along and they were building one. I was like, whoa, okay. And the Coronation Drive one, I'm so glad they did that. Shout out to those guys, the Coronation Street boys. Coronation Drive, in other words. The Coronation Street, that British TV show. Oh, people with kids coming along, so we'll face the other way. Children, face coming the other way. Lady with 2 children. It's alright, good to see them out exercising, good to see helmets. Yeah, good to see helmets, tell you that. It's a lot safer. Loth Park across here. I wouldn't suggest going through Loth Park. Nah, it's not the best. So, oh, there's a bit of overgrown here. Yeah, they did it up at one stage, and I took video of it with the older camera, so it's not as clear as I'd like it to be. But, you know, do what I can. And rode through on the scooter, walked around, did all that. But it was nice seeing it all done up. They didn't do up the actual old nature reserve sort of pathway, but they did all this here, all the way down to the old basketball court. But yeah, now it's just terrible. They've just let it go again. It's all just trees growing over and roots and leaves and all this stuff. It's it's sad. Of course, there's a Kmart trolley with rubbish in it, so it took away most of the bins. Pardon me. Coming up on Chowai Hall in the memorial baths. The town pool, in other words. Very popular, the town pool in the morning. A lot of exercise. And they got a heated pool in there that people use for rehabilitation and different things. For arthritis and that, I'd say. So this is McGowan Drive. Yeah, this road, the street. McGowan Drive. Well, this drive, what you want to call it, to get this twigs off the footpath, which would make it hard for people. Mobility issues and that. Yeah, you get a few lips here and there, like little bits where the tripping hazards, like here. If they could fill that in, it'd be great. Straight across from the town pool. There's a tree canopy above it, which I really like to show. Certain times of the year you walk along here and it's a couple of degrees cooler in this spot. Which makes a difference when it's like 35, 36 degrees Celsius. High humidity. It's having that little bit of relief. It's not a huge amount, but it's noticeable. Not so much now, but back then. Yeah, other times. Because it's shady for the majority of the time. Makes a difference. It's a little bird watching thing. Well, they said it was a bird watching thing when it was first built. A lot of people go down the bottom and fish. I don't know how they get down there, and I wouldn't. Oh, through here. That's where they go. I've seen people camping under there. But I've come along here, just down there. With crocodiles and that, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't anyway. Johnston River. There's people's rubbish down there as well. Oh, there's fish. Let's see. Fish, I don't think they'll show up on video though. Down there, there's little fish. Oh, no, they're fairly big. So I can zoom in. I can't see them there. Now I've zoomed in. Oh, there's one. I just don't know if it's showing up on the camera. Keep it here for a minute. See if anything comes along. There's one over here too. So hopefully you can see it. If anyone knows what sort of fish they are, let us know in the comments, please. There's a few of them around. Get the camera this way. Oh, little spiders. Oh, there's a couple of spiders. Little ones. Zoom in as far as we can and just see. Well, there's a few down here. See if I can get the camera to pan down there. Yeah, they're there for a bit and then they swim out a bit further and they come back. So we'll see what we can show. Oh, sorry about the camera going like that. Oh, sorry about that. Having some of my soft drink. So come back over here. Oh, there is some. Yeah, if you know what type they are, let us know in the comments. Yeah, we're starting to get low on battery, so we'll continue along. Along McGowan Drive, we're nearly at Owen Street. I'll point out Owen Street when I get up there. Now we finish the soft drink. Let's wait where there's a bin. Problem with walking along here, you get a lot of insects and spider webs. I've had spider webs in my hair walking along here before. There's Owen Street across there. Senior Citizens Hall, that green and white building. Green, white and brown building. Then the town pool again. Whoop. Bit of a drop back there. You're not going to cross the other way. Straight across, which I'm going to. But yeah, that was a bit of a drop. Anyway, we'll go across here. Get in the middle while we can. Oh, there's an ambulance coming, they're turning. Go down Owen Street. They've got tinsel on there. Feels like rain. Yep, it's raining. Ambulance. So we'll try and get up to the arcade before it pours rain, or at least get under cover over here. Car park. Be great. They did predict rain today, so see how we go. Hopefully it dies down. We do need it though. It'd be nice if I could get home before it pours rain. I can get into Woolworths, get a couple of things, and then come home. Be great. Oh, that's the rain. Shout out to the people who let me go. They don't have to there. I do appreciate it though. Oh yeah. It's definitely something I appreciate. The rain's getting heavier. Well, they predicted storms. Might go just wait in the arcade for a bit. But we'll go up the escalator, the travelators, whatever you want to call them. Here's where the sinkhole was, along here. About 5 minutes left. that time went faster. I stopped looking at the time. There's an old Woolworths trolley and a new one. There we go. One of the new ones are these green ones. There we go. Pardon me. I just don't know how well I'll go out in the sun. Might get real brittle. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that's what worries me. They might get, well, doesn't worry me, but like, yeah, it might get brittle. We're no good anymore from the Queensland sun, especially up here. Okay, let's go up the travelator. Remember there's a ramp that used to be here. I've got photos on old new Innisfail photos of this getting put in. Yeah, when there was nothing here, they'd taken the ramp out and this wasn't in here yet. Oh yeah, there's all that sort of photos on. If you look in the Central Arcade album on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook, you'll see it. You'll see a lot of photos of the arcade over the years that I've taken. Oh, yeah, quite worn out now. Well, that's just the humidity that does it. Does me over. But anyway, it's the Empire Cafe. Sadly, it doesn't seem to do as well since Zoe left ownership, sold it. All right. But anyway, we'll finish the video here. Thanks for watching. It's Bestestimes keeping memories alive for us. Future generations. So check the link in the description. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a PayPal link. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, if you want to help the channel out, the money goes towards equipment, to making better videos, and that. If anyone wants to sponsor a video, quite welcome to. Or donate something to the channel, like an e-bike, a new e-bike, or something to help me get around. Decent one, or equipment, or whatever. But never feel obligated to. You can do that. Anyway, check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to put your own photos up on old new Innisfail photos. Keep it all G-rated, of course. Anywhere, including in between Babinda and Cardwell. Great, any era. Doesn't matter if they're phone photos or photos taken on a box brownie 50, 100 years ago. Or whatever, all good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay cool, stay dry. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year. There's plenty more videos to come. I'll keep recording over the Christmas season. Christmas, New Year. We'll catch you in the next one.